Yo, what up? It's Aaron Moses. Gang. Is my mic on? Gang. Alright, yeah, we lit. Alright, so this is a reaction to the story of Bloodhound, Rollin 20's Blood member. Now, yes, I did do a video on Africa from the East Coast Cribs, and I don't think it would be fair if I keep reporting on these, not reporting necessarily, doing reactions to the neighborhood Crips and C-Mac and things like that if I don't necessarily, touch on the history and the importance of their ops. Again, I'm not from California. Shout out to California. Beautiful state, great Americans. I'm not a Blood. I'm not a Crip. Shout out to the GDs. I'm not a Biddy. I'm not a Vice Lord. I'm just a regular human being, or so they say. And this bandana, it's just to hold my hair up, and my girlfriend, excuse me, I don't have a girlfriend. Ladies, my room got a spinning bed in it. My watch look like a bunch of lemon heads in it. It's like, she said I look beautiful in it, and I agree. So let's get into it, man. Bloodhound, Rollin 20. Let's get it.
Saul, also known as Bloodhound, was born in 1971 in Switzerland. His mother is Jamaican and his father is Swiss. When he was 3 months old, his family moved to Los Angeles, California. They settled into the mid-city neighborhood above the 10 freeway. This area is home to the 2nd Avenue gangsters.
Let's see what this says. Oh, I know where that is. Alright, that's good. What's that green? I don't know.
Which is a clique of the Rollin 20 neighborhood Bloods. Bloodhound got an early start in the gang in 1981. He was riding in a car with some older Bloods when they spotted a group of Crips at a schoolyard playground. The clique of the Rollin. He was riding in a car with some older Bloods when they spotted a group of Crips at a schoolyard playground. The older Bloods instructed Bloodhound to go put in work on them. Bloodhound got out the car and charged toward the Crips. The fight lasted a few minutes. That was the first time Bloodhound got stabbed.
Damn.
He was only 10 years old.
Damn.
The young Bloodhound took
10 years old? Who is out here? Let me find out you. I don't know if I can even say that on YouTube. Well, he just said it. Let me find out you out here. Nah, I'm not going to take my chances, but that's crucial.
a blade under his ribcage and was quickly on his way up the ranks.
Was he drinking glacier water?
As a youth, Bloodhound was known for being fast, so his very first job as a Blood was a runner. Whenever the Rollin 20 Bloods were driving with guns and drugs in the car, and the police would stop him, a young Bloodhound would jump out the car with the product and guns and take off. He was so fast, the police would never catch him.
Word.
As a young Blood, he wasn't invited to certain functions because he was still new. But after that, he started going to the dice games and began hanging out with the dope dealers. Bloodhound quickly learned the 3 basic rules of banging. First rule, never cry for help. Second rule, don't get arrested for dumb shit. Third rule, when your mouth writes a check, your ass better cash it.
Never cry for help. Nigga, that's the whole point of being in the gang, nigga. You supposed to help me, bro. The second rule, what was the second rule? Don't go to jail for nothing stupid. That is something that somebody that I love very dearly to this day always told me. Bro, if you gonna go to jail, well, he said it like this. He said, if you gonna go to jail, make sure it's about some money. I was like, that sounds real cool, but that's probably not gonna happen. Like, I'm probably gonna do it. But that always stuck with me to this day, bro. If you can go to jail, and I'm not telling you to be a criminal, but if you're a criminal or if you're living a lifestyle that the law, doesn't agree with, if you're gonna go to jail, make sure you go to jail about some money. Not no stupid stuff over a female or over a violent situation or something that's totally avoidable. Everything's totally avoidable. When you get enough money, sometimes, it's a problem. But I will say this, and then I'm gonna start it back. One of the other homies told me, and again, I'm not from Los Angeles. I just been out here for a couple years. So one of my people told me that in life you're always gonna have problems. You know, like Biggie said, more money, more problems. So would you rather have, the problem of you not having enough time, to make money, or would you rather have the problem of you not having enough time to count your money? And I was like, that makes a lot of sense, bro. But as long as money's involved, bro, or lack thereof, there's gonna be problems. So you might as well have a high vibrational problem, such as not having enough time to understand what to do with your money, as opposed to not having enough money at all. There we go, dropping gems, pick them up.
He eventually started working in the crack house. Bloodhound wasn't particularly fond of this job. He said, "It stunk, man, because they were cooking up dope. All the windows were closed. You don't want those suckers trying to sneak in. My first time I had to get out. My eyes were watering. I wasn't used to it." To avoid getting busted by the police, Bloodhound and Rollin 20s would toss pigeons and they would fly around the crack house. When the pigeons would tuck a wing and start spinning, that means cops were near. Bloodhound then graduated from a crack house lookout to selling dope. One day, Bloodhound was curb serving, which means selling dope on the sidewalk. A car then pulls up to where Bloodhound was slanging dope. Not knowing they were Crips, Bloodhound walks up to the car and asks, "Hey, what y'all need?" One of the Crips in the car emerges with a pistol and says, "Yo, life," and started shooting.
Nigga, that didn't happen. Why would you say that? And if he did say that, why? Like, why I wouldn't even say that. But that's just me, Whatever the case may be, yeah, man, he was putting in. See, this is what people say when they mean putting in work. Being in all these uncomfortable situations. This man got stabbed at 10 years old, was running off with dope and guns and money and all kind of crazy stuff, never got caught. And he was in a dope house with his eyes watering and geeking and I don't know if this dude's still alive or not, but I've been in situations like that. Yes, you're going to get a whiff of it and it's going to affect your mentality and your behavior. If his eyes were watering, what? Which means to me, he was at least this tall. He was at least tall enough to be above the stove, which you can't see how tall I am. Remember that, man? How tall is my stove? Like 3 feet. Anyways, man. Yeah, man, he was going through it so he could get to it, man. This is why I watch videos like this. Not because I think they're so cool, but because there's information in there. Because there's little specks of motivation. There's knowledge in there. He was dedicated. He understood what he was supposed to do from a young age to an extent. Now, I don't know if Mr. Bloodhound is still alive or anything like that, so no disrespect at all to his legacy. But at the end of the day, if he would have chosen something else and used these skills, he would have he could have been whatever he wanted to be. And again, I don't know. He could be, I don't know. Let's just see what's going on.
6 bullets strike Bloodhound. As he stumbled, Bloodhound grabs his gun.
What? 6 bullets?
The person in the car emerges with a pistol and says, "Yo, life," and started shooting.
Yo, life.
6 bullets strike Bloodhound. As he stumbled, Bloodhound grabs his gun and starts firing back. The vehicle with the Crips then drove off. That was the first time Bloodhound had been shot. On his 18th birthday, Bloodhound voluntarily registered with the U.S. Selective Service. He served as a soldier in the U.S. Army during the 1990 Persian Gulf War. He was honorably discharged from duty. He then returned back to the streets of Los Angeles. During the early 90s, Bloodhound...
That's the first thing I thought, because I want to learn how to learn. Yeah, that's not what I would have did, but that makes a whole lot of sense. He didn't have no felonies yet.
Became the leader/shot caller of the Black Demon Soldiers.
I bet you the heck he did.
Which was a sub-clique of the Rollin 20 neighborhood Bloods, also north of the 10 freeway.
Okay.
Bloodhound would charge and collect membership dues, which was a percentage of their income. Dues were as low as $20 for some members. In 1992, during the LA riots, Bloodhound was shot on the left side of his upper chest.
Normandy and damn.
Luckily, it healed well, and he didn't need to go to the hospital. During his active years, Bloodhound was shot 23 times on 5 different occasions.
Damn!
Including the time he was shot 9 times in the chest and abdomen. One day, Bloodhound's sister brought home
This nigga was, what, Jamaican and Swiss? Good ass genes or bad ass shooters. I don't know. One of the two. Probably both.
Shot 9 times in the chest.
Nah, that don't look like bad shots. Good ass genes.
And abdomen. One day, Bloodhound's sister brought home a crib while Bloodhound was sleeping on the couch. Bloodhound had his hair pressed with red rollers and red rubber bands with a red bandana on his head to match. The Crip walks in and sees him and socks him dead in the mouth. Bloodhound wakes up confused and he and the Crip started fighting. The Crip was much larger than Bloodhound, so he was whooping him in his own house. Bloodhound then went to his kitchen and grabbed 2 knives and started poking the Crip. The Crip ended up running out the house. 2 years later, as Bloodhound was coming out the house, the Crip that he got into it with spots him. The Crip still had scars on him. Him and 2 other people began to rush Bloodhound. One of them puts Bloodhound in a headlock while the other one knocks the wind out of him. Then the other one puts a gun to the Bloodhound's chin and squeezes the trigger. The bullet went through his jaw, took the tip of his tongue off, and lodged in his head. Bloodhound didn't get the bullet removed until 3 months later.
This nigga still lived? Damn. Who was his parents? Weapon X? So you mean to tell me they cloned Wolverine and then made the second clone a female, but one was from Jamaica and the other one was from Switzerland? So you mean to tell me this man got shot 23 times in 5 different occasions, once 9 times, once 6 times. What the other one was 28 times? Wait, 9 plus 6 is 15, 8 times. So he got shot 6 times, 8 times, and 9 times. And then got shot in the mouth with a shotgun. And he still is walking around breathing. Nigga, who is this nigga? Wow. Or like they used to say back in my day.
As the Crips were walking back to their car, one of them said, "Yo, we got that nigga." With his ears ringing and blood gushing out his nose, Bloodhound got up and rushed toward them, hitting one in the back of the head and kicking another one in the back. On another occasion, Bloodhound got into it with a man who was
another occasion.
Respecting his level. There proceeded to be a physical altercation, and Bloodhound beat him up. Guns were drawn. After the shooting stopped, Bloodhound realized he was shot in the nuts. He said luckily it didn't mess up his sex drive. A year after that, Latino gang members put a pipe bomb.
This is cap. So he got shot 8 times, 6 times, 9 times in the mouth. Shot a tip of his tongue off, came out his face, his nose was bleeding. Then he got shot in the balls after he beat 3 people up. Come on, bro. Now, what is this, a time? Bro, I stayed in the 20s at some point. I've been on the east side of the, and it's different. But come on, man. I don't know if they throwing some D's on it, because that's the homie. They threw some D's on it. They put a little bit of yeast on it for RIP Africa, Lord Africa from, I think the East Coast. I think he was from, I don't remember the neighborhood exactly, but yeah, this dude's a good author, bro, because I want to believe it, bro. I'm not trying to say he wasn't capable of all this, but this doesn't, I'm going to have to look up do my research. I'm going to have to go in the hood and ask the homies.
He didn't mess up his sex drive. A year after that, Latino
one in the middle, she looked like my baby mom, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Members put a pipe bomb in Bloodhound's car. When he went to go start it, his face caught on fire for about a minute. It took him over a year to recover. During the height of his reign of the Black Demon Soldiers, Bloodhound has been arrested for multiple attempted murders.
I don't think that's funny. But just like I said, bro, these stories are getting more extreme and more extreme.
Aggravated assault and assault with a deadly weapon. Although Bloodhound lived according to the rules of the streets, him getting repeatedly shot by bullets began to change his mind. Bloodhound ended up turning away from the violence and brutality that plagued South Central. He became a respected mediator between the Bloods and the Crips.
Okay.
And thanks to Bloodhound's efforts, he was able to stop many teenagers from making the same mistakes he did during his younger
Good
years.
stuff.
He started a family and became the father of 2 children. For years, he did not think about renewing his residence permit. In May of 2010, Bloodhound is detained by U.S. immigration authorities. He was held in custody for 3 years.
I knew that was going to be the next thing that you said after you said that. So they deported this man because after he just tried to do some positive stuff? That's
Bloodhound
horrible.
is detained by U.S. immigration authorities. He was held in custody for 3 years before being deported in 2013.
Damn.
He
To
unfortunately didn't
Switzerland?
get to say goodbye to his family. Bloodhound currently lives in Zurich, Switzerland, and has only one thing on his mind: to be reunited with his family as soon as possible. The desire appears hopeless. At first, he lived under a bridge. After a few months, he found a job as a dishwasher. He then got a small apartment. Bloodhound firmly believes in his return to the United States. He fights around the clock for it. With his music project Bloodhound and Bloods and his self-made t-shirts, he continues to work toward his goal. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment.
Imagine that. You did all of that just for these people to tell you, damn. Well, he's still alive and he could fight another day. And that was pretty interesting. It was pretty animated, very dramatic. Something that definitely made my day a better day, knowing that this young man, or he's way older than me. He's like my mom's age, a year younger than my mom, my dad's age. He's still alive, and he could still, do something for the youth and do better and teach people and become something positive for all communities, But it is what it is. It's not what it's not. I'm glad because all them stories, of course, I was waiting for. And then he got rushed to the hospital, but arrived dead on the scene. Like, I was waiting for that, but that didn't happen, fortunately, because I don't like to see my people end up in those types of situations at all, ever. And it didn't make the situation better in any of the reactions that I've done on these people. But it is what it is. When I say these people, nigga, I mean these people I do the reaction to. But it is what it is. It's not what it's not, man. Bloodhound, keep your head up. You and your family will be reunited, and it's going to feel so good. Blessings. I'm the bang, you the bang, we the bang together, man. Life's in the bread. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, comment on what you want me to do a reaction to next. Peace. Gang. Yeah.